Our beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in over 1,200 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Oh, JB's. JB's.
Word up.
Nothing works today. I don't have headphones. I can't hear.
You can't hear?
No, can't hear anything going on here. No electrical cords. When you guys shoot the crime corner, it all goes to shit.
Oh, please don't start off right off the bat.
It all goes to shit. Can't hear.
Don't start right off the bat like that. I know, I'm really...
There you go.
Let's go down
there it
the
is,
line.
right there.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. No, that is perfect.
Beautiful.
I've never heard a more
Look
perfect.
at that liquid IV to start the day here. Need it. Need it, Jabes. It's Christmas.
Christmas.
You know, as a parent, single father, I'm up late at nights, you know, buying last minute gifts, building all their gifts.
You don't.
In the garage, yep, just hammering away with my tool sets like I do for the children. This year I built them an 18-story treehouse, and, you know, it's completely hurricane-proof up to Category 4, too.
Oh, great.
So I did that, which is nice. Kids don't know about that. One of them asked for a rebuilt Trans Am from 1981, so I did that, including painting the eagle on the hood, things like that. Nobody ever sees my work, you know?
Yeah.
It's,
The unsung hero, right? Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like some goddamn Guatemalan out in a coffee bean field, you know?
Sure.
Just making my own coffee every day to start the day for everyone in the village. Right. Very, very similar. Very, very similar here. And that's going to happen. But Merry Christmas, everyone. This is it. This is the week that you've all given up on work. If you are at your job, you're definitely not doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody's slowly quiet quitting here throughout the week, and they're like, cool, I just want to get the fuck out of here to do whatever it is they do.
Were you guys saying something? What?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, did we start?
Everybody's checked out. Delco was watching bowl games yesterday. I was unaware that there was a bowl game on a Monday afternoon during a week of work.
Yeah, it's like March Madness with no stakes. It's awesome. It's incredible.
Just super fun. Make sure you watch the whole thing.
There was a couple listeners, though, at that game, and I got some pictures, and they were like, yeah. And I guess the Old Dominion ended up losing? Yeah. They did, yeah.
Lost in OT, played like cowards.
So not only did they skip out on their jobs, but then their team that was up 28-0 ends up losing in overtime. Cheers to you old Dominion sons of bitches out there.
Right.
We love you. We love you. Kids, we're 24 hours away now from the Christmas extravaganza.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Same here. It's always fun. It's always fun.
It'll be a fun thing.
Jared's going to come down. Where are we at on Rav for Lopez, our fundraiser for Christmas here? Bob, if you could pull it up, it'd be swell. How much money we raised so far?
$7,297.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. We were
Almost
very, very
two-thirds
close.
of the way there, probably. Maybe
Okay.
about two-thirds of the way there.
So what do we got? What you reckon here? We got $5,700 left. $5,700 left.
I want to shout out some big donors here.
Please
Okay,
do.
please.
Please do. For
Brandon
Christmas.
White gave $500.
Hell yeah, Brandon White.
Obviously, Krager's.
Rich.
Oh, he
man alive.
rich.
Dropped 300, so kind of got cucked by Brandon White. But
I'm not going to say anything, but...
yeah, I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
And I won't say anything.
No, and I won't say anything either about him being cucked by Brian White. Brandon
White.
No, yeah,
Brandon
I won't
White,
say
yeah.
it.
No,
I won't say it.
It's be improper. David Kaw, $250.
Jesus.
Nathan
Guys.
Newman dropped 200. Clint Sparks, who must be a porn star, $150.
Could be.
And then so on. So a lot of people donated 100. A lot of people donated $100. Jesus. And then of course a couple people. Johnny Novella, another porn star, $69.
Yeah.
How many people are adult film stars?
I love it. I love it. Look, we greatly appreciate you guys. Every year we try to help someone out here in our community. This year it's Lopez. Now we have got that car, so we need to get it, or we return it. It's that simple. Sorry.
Yeah.
But tomorrow night when you tune in. We're going to start kickoff here, a little pregame here, probably around 6-ish. And then show will start around 7. That's Central here. And then you can donate throughout the show. And at the end of the show, we will give him the car live on air. Joel, do you have the capability of taking a camera handheld out to the car and all that stuff?
At least point it up.
Yeah, at least right there. Okay, perfect. So what we'll do is we'll leave the double doors open. And you'll get to see last row Lopez in his car at the end of it. If... we achieve our goal here. Not much left though. $5,700. We're looking good. We're looking strong going into tomorrow night. They're super proud of you guys and thank you. Every year we pick something different, and he's worked for us for a while. We love him. We love him so much. We try to give him a job. You know. I know, but he loves his. He's got a dream job.
Sweet boy.
What do you do when you have a dream job and all that shit? You know, it's great.
Well, I think, yeah.
You always say don't chase your dreams.
Yeah,
Jesse.
I say go for the... I'm
But
sorry, I go for the job that's paying more.
Is there somebody that's happier than him? And that's what I struggle with all of this.
Fair.
Nicest dude in the world.
Fair.
You go over to his house and, whatever happens over there. He's making charcuterie boards. He hosts a lot of Drinking Bros in Drinking Bros Austin for fight nights. Everybody goes over there for UFC fights, all that stuff. Who's doing it right? You know?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because we were talking about being out cucked there. And as I sit in all these meetings for the seltzer, investor meetings and all that other stuff with like way richer people than I start to think, my God, man, I've got the hottest wife in America. Like, could I be out cucked? Could this guy just come and fucking buy my wife? You know? Like, as a man, you start to think about shit like that where you're like, God damn it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you would want to go to Mykonos or whatever it is. You know, we can't do that right now.
Yeah, I don't even know where that is.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, the Greek islands or
Sure.
things like that.
Okay.
You know, when you got a hot wife, it's just like, dude, I don't want people trying to come in and buy her out and be like, well, I'll take her to that place. You can't, you fucking loser. But then you look at Lopez and you're like, well, he's living his dream and chased his dream. Maybe he's happier than all of us. And he doesn't have those thoughts.
Yeah.
About being out cucked, you know?
Yeah.
So who fucking knows? But then when you do get there, and then you are on the tippy top of the mountain, then they tear you down. Jonathan Majors. Fuck. Man, this one's not good. So there was a Drinking Bros episodes for you guys who listen to both here. That's the crossover on all these shows. Greatly appreciate it. We had a Navy SEAL on, and he was asking me about him for this one project, and I said, oh, well, he's not guilty. He's going to be found not guilty. This is easy, because they had released the videotape from inside the club of her partying afterwards and all that other shit. I was like, this is a no-go. The prosecution ended up deciding to bring this fucking thing to trial, which I don't really get. I don't understand, but it's the state of New York. Now, here's what's really fucking curious about this. If you're looking for the state of who these fucking people are and just celebrity in general, it was Alvin Bragg. So when I looked this up, I was like, oh, fuck you, dude. So you really don't give a shit. Like, you're just going after famous people to make a name for yourself because you're a piece of shit. That's the dude who's doing the Trump trial.
Right.
Neither needed to go on, in my opinion, at all.
Right.
Like, at all. Once we saw her partying in the club and then him running down the streets for 6 fucking blocks, and then they dismissed, half of the charges and all that other shit?
Yeah, so he was looking at quite a bit of time.
Oh, yeah.
and it got knocked down to time he probably won't do, but damage is done. But the video from the SUV is the one that convicted him.
So, do they have a shot inside the SUV?
It looks like
this is the video.
So
Yeah,
there's
I have it up
nothing
here.
from inside,
I'll just
but
start running it. I don't even know if there's sound.
No, I don't think there's sound.
Yeah, it's a security video.
Yeah. Not that it matters, really, but where was this from, Bob?
This is from TMZ.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know what, like, business or whatever. This is, I guess, them maybe getting out.
Yeah, is that
Yeah, oh, yeah.
him walking her? Oh, okay, so it looks like he's trying to leave.
yes, but before that, you can
This is
see
maybe-
him like shoving her in there. He hits her like
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's trying to
pretty
get like,
aggressively putting her in there.
but she was fucked up, and he's saying, "Look, just get in a car and go home."
Why can't he just go home with her? I don't like.
I think we've
He's-
all been in a situation where you need a break from your partner, or
So
you're.
I guess
Never done
what
that.
happened. Yeah, never done that. But I guess what happened was she had seen a text message on his phone from another girl.
Yep.
She grabbed the phone. He grabbed it back. I mean, look.
This is like 20 different businesses. Can you imagine tracking this down?
Oh, my God, dude.
Right?
There's like 8 unsolved homicides,
Yeah.
and you're just trying to see where fucking Jonathan Majors ran away from his fucking girlfriend in New York.
But
Yeah.
there's
Who
times
was-
where you just want to leave the situation and de-escalate it. If you're him, to me, that's what it appears to be from my percent. Like he's running 6 blocks.
But
yeah.
to de-escalate a situation where she just saw a text and it's like, what the fuck? She grabs the phone. He goes crazy, I guess, breaks the finger. And that's what
Well, I didn't know that part. So
yeah,
I
and then
didn't know
that's
that
what
part.
the cut is.
He broke her finger.
It's the picture of.
I saw a finger with a bruise on it, but
it's a wrestling with the phone. Like when you have, if somebody had texted you that and your girlfriend's grabbing the phone, the amount of like getting that back, like you would do whatever you needed to do to get the phone back, right? I think is the thing of like, fuck no, you're saying. She's like, what is this?
Yeah.
And that's when it like got just inside the car. Like she's like, what? Fucked up or not? That's not a de-escalation, right? So then he's like, let me get out of the car because I need to deal with this text. And she's like, what the fuck is going on? And he's shoving her back in. And then he's trying to run away to what? I don't know. They're both fucked
I think
up,
he's
obviously.
just trying to run away. So
He's trying to run away with his phone that has other, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and let's say it does have other girls' text messages on it, and he just wants the phone back and wants to get the fuck out of there. Is there an issue with do you have an issue with it of him running away down the street and shit? Like sometimes you just want to get the fuck out of there.
But
That's not a crime.
That's what I said too. Like so,
It's shoving her in the car. And
It's shoving her in the car, and then it's of course she's going to chase him. She's just found out something that she wants answers for, and she's probably fucked up. So
Right.
I just don't think there's any way to be like, hey, babe, you're messed up. She's like, okay, but also, right?
But you're putting somebody in the back of an Uber XL, which is very, very nice, and saying go home.
Right.
And if she's fucked up already, like, what else is he supposed to do then at that point? I guess I didn't see what happened inside the vehicle, so I don't know what you guys are referring to.
Shovey. He was getting a little forceful. I mean, here it is right here. I will say this: I can sympathize with trying to get a girlfriend or something home,
right?
And she's just like, no. But it's
sure.
But like, he clearly doesn't care if she's abandoned or not, because then he immediately turns around. And is like, all right, I'm just running away. But
but that's also New York, right? You guys have been there. You can go to any fucking block, bar, street, dip into a restaurant, bar, whatever. And New York, you're fine to run down the streets like this. That's one of those cities where you're like, all right.
The beauty of New York,
it is
right?
the beauty of New York.
You're
like,
never
all right.
really leaving your girlfriend alone. There's going to be people everywhere.
And then apparently 58,000 cameras as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then, by the way, if your biggest takeaway at home is, holy shit, I could never commit a crime in a major city, this should be it right here. The way they stitched this together was like a fucking Mission Impossible fight scene there where you're like, oh.
You can't.
Well, shit. You can't get away with anything in there. So, let me ask you this. As a woman, is this justified, this crime? What do you got?
How much time did he actually get? Sorry.
So he got convicted on 4. They haven't sentenced yet.
Oh, okay.
Maximum of a year in jail.
Oh, okay, which he won't do. But that's not really the punishment, right? The punishment is like his whole career.
Oh, it's gone.
Okay, so
Being
also
gone.
Long gone.
he here's exactly what happened. Jabari said Majors, that's his girlfriend, Grace Jabari, said Majors assaulted her while trying to wrestle back his phone so she had the phone. What we're seeing here is him trying to get the phone back. Not him putting her in the car.
Not putting her, and that's how she got the ear cut
and the
finger.
broken finger. This is him trying to get a phone back.
So once he got the phone, then he runs away.
runs away, and she chases him. So he's not trying to necessarily put her in the car.
Put her in the car and say, bye-bye, babe.
Yeah, like,
just
babe.
go
Okay,
home,
so
just
what is he
home.
doing here right
He's
there
trying to
with
get
the car?
his phone. So once he got his phone,
She has his phone.
Okay.
and he's from behind, like trying to wrestle the phone out of her hand.
Give it back, yeah. And then he
and
kind of shoves
her in there.
Okay.
So that's an actual like assault shove. That's not just like get in the car, you're wasted.
Right.
Okay.
Now, do I think his entire career? Look,
No, his entire career shouldn't be ruined. I think Amber Heard should still be working.
exactly right. Because, like, look, we've all had the fucking crazy fight. Now, look, this one got a little bit crazy in the heat of trying to get a phone away that you really don't want the other person to have. Mm-hmm. Not just like, give me my phone. It's like, give me that fucking phone. I don't want you looking through it anymore, right?
Yeah.
So, and they're both drunk. They were out. It's to lose everything over like a toxic, crazy relationship fight that went too far. I know some people came out during this and kind of had other stories of him being a certain way.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily isolated.
They tracked those down, and they
Right.
Alvin Bragg ended up getting a couple of these women to testify.
Right.
But, as you can see from what he was convicted of and everything else, like, I mean, they dropped half the charges. It's now down to, a max of a year in jail for this other shit. Mm-hmm. He's going to lose his entire career. After watching all of this, it's not terrible. I mean, because everybody's had a fucked up fight like this. It's not horrific.
But
and he's also not kicking the shit out of her where you're like punching her in the face or, because we've seen that. Where you're
We
just
for
like,
sure
all right.
don't condone this happening, though.
No.
As a show.
As a show,
But-
obviously.
We've been there.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Well, we've like anybody who's been in a long-term relationship has been there. Ever in their entire lives, probably.
Well, a toxic long-term one for sure.
Never shoved anyone into a car.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever broken fingers or like split ears open or anything.
Yeah.
No, you haven't. You haven't. So you got that,
Or you. Have you?
You tried to stab me once with a knife, and you came at me, but you were super slow, and I knew you weren't going to be able to connect.
Yeah.
I'm so fast, and I kind of let
And
it
I
go.
came at you like the karate style, like
Yeah,
really slow,
yeah.
and you were able to like use your moves.
And then sexually, I was heightened.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it was
yeah.
fine. I didn't really care, but
Also, man, I think Majors had some terrible lawyers, potentially.
No, he had some of the best in the biz, man.
Can I just list the argument he made, at least from this website's point of view?
Sure. I think it was a female, by the way. It was his lead attorney.
I just
but-
That's
a good idea.
Majors. Okay, gotcha.
Well, either way, yeah, his defense team. They were essentially like harping on the fact that she must not have been that hurt because she went out partying lately or afterwards or whatever. And it was like they said her finger, essentially her fractured finger, couldn't have been that bad because she used that hand to take shots at the club,
Which is true.
to pay her credit card bill,
Yep.
and to smoke a cigarette after the incident. So how hurt could you really? First off,
Yeah.
I have partied with much worse injuries
Oh yeah.
than a broken finger.
Yeah.
But, Bob,
That happened that night.
when you
Yes.
had a broken finger, you were raging. So, like, she was obviously raging because if you got a broken finger sober, you probably would have rolled out at that point and been like, well, all right, I'm probably going to call it a night. I got to put some ice on this. But she was doing shots, smoking, partying.
As you
broke the
do
entire-
right after you get
I broke the entire bone in my hand right here at homecoming at Mizzou in like 2011. And I would talk to my nurse. I mean, it was bad. It was like tented up. Like it was like it was like a wishbone just snapped up. And I asked my friend who was a nurse who was drinking with. I was like, "What should I do?" She's like, "You can go to the ER, but you're just gonna be there all night. And they're not gonna fix it, or you can just deal with this tomorrow."
Hell yeah,
she was
brother.
like, "Just get." The nurse was like, just get drunk. Just get drunk and deal with it
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll do that. And I got really drunk. I shook multiple people's hands that night.
Sure
Right?
did.
It was astoundingly
you were like
painful.
Lumberjack grip, I bet you gave him too.
the
Very
adrenaline
strong.
of what she went through too. Like she was just like, fuck. I looks like called a friend and was like, can you meet me out? I need to fucking talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, I don't think there's any good way to talk about this except for, do I think he should lose all of his
shit.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because 15 minutes after this verdict came out, Marvel immediately released a statement that says we are dropping him as Kang. Look, I saw him as Kang in Ant-Man with the kids. Terrible movie. But he was incredible. I mean, you could have given that guy an Oscar for having to deal with the bullshit that he had to deal with in that movie. He was so good and probably the only redeeming dude in that thing. And I know the fans, at least online, are very, very pissed that he is now removed as Kang because they loved him and they loved his character. And I guess there was supposed to be 2 more spin-off movies with him.
So
and now those are nuked.
The next Avengers movie was going to be Avengers Kang Dynasty, I think, and now it's just Avengers 5. I don't know if they're going to recast or if they're going to just like pivot. I read earlier they're going to pivot to a new villain. Right, so the big bad was originally Thanos, right? And they did all that, Endgame, blah, blah, blah. Then Kang was supposed to be the next big bad with all the multiverse stuff going on because he kind of exists in a bunch of different multiverses. And we met him in Loki season 1 and he's in Loki season 2. You know what, Dan? I don't care. Dan's back here miming a yawn.
Oh, pfft.
Yeah, look at him, dude. There's
Do
a
you
lot of
not
people
like-
that care.
do you not like
Loki's
Marvel?
that's a high-rated show because I'll
like
allow
the
it.
only good show.
Usually, Jesse and I don't allow the nerd shit, but everybody loves the Loki show. So yeah. We're fine with it. Look, he would have been the best one in it, and they need it because all those guys are gone now. I know you love Mark Ruffalo a lot, and he was nominated for an Oscar and all that stuff. But they're not bringing him back. I don't think they're bringing back RDJ. I don't think ScarJo's coming back.
They're dead.
So it's all...
You got like this B tier list of fucking Captain
Yes.
Marvel who no one cares
No
about.
one cares about any of these fucking people, even Wonka this weekend. It's a strange thing. I don't know what's exactly going on in Hollywood with all this other shit. They were more than happy to say that Captain Marvel movie bombed, which it did. Made $41 million opening weekend, but they were like, Wonka's enjoying a nice receipts. Nope, opened up at $39 million. So both movies will tank. I don't know why they're going after one more than the other there, but both of those films will equally tank. And it's the Marvel thing again where she's just not that interesting. Do we really give a fuck about Brie Larson?
That is the problem.
It is.
Like if me and my wife talked about the other day, like who you would have cast instead. I think we settled on someone like Allison Brie or something like a.
Yeah. Somebody fun with a personality because the way that
but like
these
cute
movies
still, you got that whole thing.
But the way that these movies are and the way that they're set up, you almost need a larger than life personality to be in them, to do the press, to have fun with it. Because that was part of it too. When it all first started, we were excited about seeing Robert Downey Jr.'s interviews and all the fun stuff and tricks and games and pranks they had behind the scenes, and it was fun. Heath Ledger, fucking, Christian Bale, and we just don't have those anymore. Could you imagine Jesse going out there having fun, doing interviews and all that stuff? It'd be fun. I'd be interested in seeing it. I don't know, like that. The girl you just named would be great doing that.
Yeah.
Fucking throw Olivia Munn in one of these goddamn things. Somebody who's fun and can do interviews and enjoys the process and was like, cool, how much money gonna make? Great, let's just be famous as fuck and do this. That's also a pretty goddamn good actor. We just don't really have that.
Or like, I mean, they kind of wasted her in a different role, but like Florence Pugh.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Fuck
She'd be fucking great.
What was she? They already used her up?
She's Black Widow's sister.
Shit.
Yeah.
That sucks. She was awesome. She's awesome. She should have been put her in there. She would have been great.
Yeah, and she is fun in that role. I liked her. I liked her in the few things I've seen her
Isn't
in.
the idea to like expand the Black Widow whatever franchise with her.
It was,
she's
yeah,
Black
at some
Widow.
point. But look, I also don't know if anybody gives a shit about that stuff anymore. I don't know how you really bring it back. So for Jonathan Majors, look, I know you're going to lose Kang and all this other shit. There's a bunch of people who are still going to hire Jonathan Majors and watch this shit and we're just like, I'll give this guy a chance because you can win an Oscar in an independent movie with that guy. If I'm an indie producer making a movie right now, and he's available, give it till after the holidays. Biden or somebody will step down. There's going to be I'm telling you, there's going to be a major story over the holidays. I don't know what it's going to be, but it will wipe this whole shit out. We will forget about this stupid shit in fucking 3-4 weeks. And I think he'll get something else and shine and destroy and he'll be back. It just sucks currently for him.
I could tell you what the biggest news of the holidays is going to
be. Jimmy Carter dying.
Nope. Yeah, right.
Those are the two on my bingo card.
You wish, dude.
There's only one story.
What's that?
Christ is born, Ross.
Oh, well, but he's got that day on lock. Like
Christ
that.
is king.
Christ is king, Christ is Lord.
Miss.
Through Christ, anything is possible.
That's the news.
Christ
That's the good
miss.
news.
Yeah.
But we're already all in for that. Like, yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
So
Yeah.
I don't need to say that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I just.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Yeah, but we
You know what
all
I mean?
know what we're doing. And saying
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Like everyone knows we're heavily
Wow.
But I mean,
religious. show.
Christian. Tomorrow night, I've got the cross. I don't want to spoil it. I'll be hanging from one in the goddamn studio.
Oh.
So, yeah, and we're raising money for, we're getting
To get you down.
Yeah, he's going method. He's going to have nails hammered into his
Oh,
wrist.
really?
It's that tile that Lloyd Burke left out there. I'm going to do it from there because every time I see it, I do
Right.
want to hang myself from the ceiling.
Sure.
But yes, that's the surprise tomorrow night.
Sorry.
We got to raise money for Lopez because that's it.
You know what we
Rav4
should do?
Lopez.
Okay, so we start you at the bottom on the cross, nailed in there, tied, whatever, and people will donate to raise you higher and higher. And if we get enough, we leave you up there.
While Creed plays.
And I think we could make it in a second. Don't you think?
Can you take me higher?
Right up there.
Can you
and
take me
then
higher?
Ross has to stay up there. No mic, right? No mic, no headphones. We do the rest of the show.
I'm in. Look, I'm in.
Look.
You know I'm in for this,
I
okay?
don't know. People might want to see it. Just every donation, you just go unevenly up there. Yeah.
Be awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, YouTube's got a fun thing. It's letting you pin a link here to the top. So
my
let me see if
goodness.
I can pin this and it works up there. That'd be fucking
looks like
great.
it
Let's
did.
see. Look at technology right there. All right, cool. So that's awesome. YouTube never does anything cool. So at the top of the live chat here, that's the link for Rav4 Lopez over there for Scott and the fun thing, and then we'll do that later as well. I hope he gets it. Let's get it done for Lopez.
Sweet boy.
There's so much bad in the world, and he's the sweet boy.
Isn't he?
He's the sweet boy that deserves some fun things.
Sweet boy.
Over there. Another fucking story that I thought was hilarious last night. So I'm up always pretty late, sending wires, invoices, all that bullshit, right? Sometimes things pop up on Twitter where I'm like, well, this tickles my fancy. What's this? Last night it was Alec Baldwin in all caps. And I was like, yes, give me whatever this is.
Tell me more.
Goes back to the Hollywood, Israel, fucking Hamas bullshit. So Baldwin, as we know, famous New Yorker, always in the streets, all that other stuff. Go to Twitter on this, Bob. Apparently there was a pro-Palestine rally, another one going on in the streets of New York last night.
Okay.
It's like, shut the fuck up about it. Just go there if you want to help. You sit in the streets of New York, you're not doing anything, nothing for that. And so these motherfuckers swarmed him and said, what are you going to do? What are you going to do in Hollywood to stop what's going on in Palestine? Like, what? What the fuck is Alec Baldwin going to... Are you going to give him the same gun from Rust and have him go to the border there? Then he could help. Then he could start killing people the same way he did with that DP.
I honestly hope one of these people were like, talk to your Jew friends, Alec.
Oh,
Yeah,
You guarantee they said some fucked up shit to
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Play it right now, God.
Okay.
You got to pop it on there and put the volume on.
condemn Israel for the actions?
Now he has to support us.
Guys and children.
You already got your mind made up. Whatever question you got, right?
Oh, I'm asking you a question.
I'm in Hollywood.
Is that your answer? Is that your answer?
You ask stupid questions.
Do you condemn?
Ask me a smart question.
Ask me a smart question. Forgive.
You condemn Israel? Big man. Big man. You condemn Israel.
Punch him. Oh.
Why'd you even come here? Why'd you even come here?
No, the cops got in. The cops intervened.
Is that Lopez?
I know.
Not this nonsense. Come on.
Send him back to Europe.
Stop this nonsense.
Send him back to Europe was the last guy's comment there for Baldwin.
That makes me love Alec Baldwin.
Seriously.
Same. So like, I watched this last night.
So quietly like aggressive like that I like.
And I'm up late last night, and he's one of those people for me where I always want to hate Alec Baldwin, and then he'll just come out and do exactly what Bob said. Something like this where you're like, God damn it. All right, cool. Because everybody else would have ran away, not gotten involved. Instead, he tried to have a calm conversation with the guy and was like, okay, so what do you want me to do about Palestine and Hamas and all this stuff? He goes, I'm a Christian in Hollywood. So what am I supposed to do for your other religion, for this other shit?
Right.
And then the guy starts screaming at him, and he's like, well, you could tell Hollywood to stop doing this and stop supporting this or whatever. And he's like, it's not my fucking job, bro. Like,
right.
Did
he say something about being in Hollywood jail? Like, why are you asking
No,
me?
he
Okay.
said so he's like, sounds like you already got your mind made up on everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like he's like, you already have the answers to all your questions.
Right.
And that's the other thing about religion, where it's like, oh, well, cool, man. You guys are the two that are fighting are two totally different religions, Jews and fucking Muslims. And then he's a Christian. So it's like, what are you screaming at the Christian walking down the street to tell his buddies to stop the fucking bombing in Palestine? What the fuck what is Alec Baldwin going to do?
Right.
What's he going to do about this stupid shit? And the rest of these fuckers, again, just ship them over there. Go help. Do something. The streets of New York, do you know how expensive it is to live in New York?
Yes.
Do you not have a fucking job? Like, how do you have time on a Monday night to go and protest after a long day's work and then pay $4,000 in rent for a 600 square foot studio? How do you have the fucking time for this?
They don't live alone. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and they're probably all from Jersey.
But why would you drive in that night? Like, I know that drive. That drive
Hoboken,
sucks.
you know?
Hang
Yeah,
on,
the ferry.
Train. Okay, yes, train would be fine, but
They're bridging
it's still
tunnel.
long. And then look, let's say you're driving through. That's $29 just to even drive through and back, and then trying to find parking in the streets of New York. Good fucking luck, dude. I don't get it at all. All these fucking people are losers, and it's just insane. The mayor of New York had a comment about it. We're going to talk about it on Fake News today, which is awesome, and I'm a big fan of it.
Right.
Fuck it, I'll say it here too. He's like, that's New York. This is New York.
Right.
He's talking about like the immigrants and the protests and shit like that. And he's like, that's New York. He goes, one day, you can have an immigration crisis and a protest for Palestine, and the next day can be 9/11, and that's just New York City.
Right.
And I was like, I'm sorry, did you?
Yeah,
you I mean, it is.
never know.
It definitely is.
Right.
But whew, that's New York. That's what? That's New York right there. It could be a 9/11 one day, Javes.
Right.
And then the next day, it could be a protest or illegal immigrants flooding the streets. Who knows? That's the beauty of New York.
Right. I like it.
Should I just run eventually one day and then we do that? Just do press conferences like that?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, that's New York.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to run in New York?
That's whatever.
Okay.
I'm undecided on where.
Yeah, I was just going to ask like what your platform would be.
I'm undecided on where.
Okay.
I do like, remember we had the brush with the mayor during a time of danger? That was fun, wasn't it?
During a time of danger.
Oh, it was great. I'll refresh your memory if you don't remember. It was really fun.
In NC?
Oh yeah, in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
So I'll tell it if it's. Are you cool with it?
Yeah.
It's a friend of ours, friend.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you and I are at a party. Was it a Christmas party or a birthday party or something?
I think it was birthday party
for kids.
Maybe for an adult because it was a lot more of like friends, pool party, whatever.
Yeah. And so, small town Wilmington, probably what, 250,000 people there, tops, maybe
Think
less.
so, yeah.
And with that, we're there. We're at the party. We're having some drinks, and one of our closest friends is like, "Hey, that's the mayor."
Yeah.
The man. I was like, "Oh shit!"
And it was like the guy with the khakis and the phone on the outside.
And he looks like he reminds you of one of Tommy DeVito's relatives.
Yeah.
Very that type of guy, right?
Right.
So I immediately liked him and the whole shit, and I was like, man, how seriously do mayors of these towns take themselves?
Right.
Because it's hit and miss, right? I've met some in like beach towns and things like that where it's just somebody's grandfather.
Sure.
And
they're
you're
just
like, oh, my grandfather is also the mayor of this 4,000
I cut
person
some
town.
ribbons, I hold some babies, but like.
Right. But it's nothing crazy.
Sure.
And with Wilmington, to me, it's a big city because it's got a great downtown on the river, and then you got the beaches and all that other stuff. So it's big enough where I think it's probably an important job. So when I met him, he fit to the thing, and I was like, yeah, dude. All right.
Right.
Yeah. And then in the middle of the party, you know, it's starting to storm. You see in the clouds and everything. And then it was like, oh, my gosh.
Storm's coming.
Storm's coming.
Yeah.
Storm's coming. Hey,
And he had to like retire. Like.
I got this. Hey, guys.
Yep.
I hate to do this,
Yeah.
but I got to go back to the mayor's office now. And I was
Yeah,
like, fuck
yeah.
dude.
Well, he was taking calls by the play
was.
set.
Yep. Saw him.
Real pacing around, you know what I mean? Calls, and it's like, oh, what's the mayor doing?
yeah.
What's going on
Oh, yeah.
with the mayor right now? And then he was like, I've got to go.
I've got to go. And
we
I was
were
like,
like,
oh,
cool, bro.
shit.
Yeah.
So cut to the next day. The storm is coming, and the hurricane is coming to Wilmington and all that stuff. And he's on, I see him on CNN, dude. With Anderson Pooper on there,
Right.
just going through it. He's
Right.
like,
The
we're going to be
scooper.
okay as a community. You know, we've prepared the town and the city and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, shit. That was the guy at the party last night. Yeah. And now he's on TV, dude.
He really did have to go to the mayor's office.
Calming the citizens down. You know, he was doing all the things. And I was like, shit.
Sure.
You know, he'd be real good at those.
Calming people down? Sure.
Yeah.
De-escalation?
Yeah.
Right.
Man, I just think it would be fun. Just maybe one, because I think it's only, 2 years, Bob, for a mayor?
Depends on just where you are.
Yeah, I might feel like
but
doing
I don't
two.
think, is there limits?
Yeah,
to
I
limit?
really feel like doing two. Okay.
No, right?
No.
So you can.
No, I think mayors. Yeah, there's a.
You
there's
have
a
to
term-
be
there's a-
knocked
Mayor
out.
is 4 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
there's
4
a limit on
years.
mayors.
Yeah, I think they're 4 years, but I think there is no limit.
So
With
it depends. Some people
the
have
state.
term limits. Some people don't.
I believe Ed Rendell was like mayor of Philadelphia for a while, but then he
So-
became governor.
So New York, you can only have 2 consecutive 4-year terms, but you can run again after a 4-year break. So you can go 8 on, 4 off, 8 on, 4 off. You
Right.
can do it as much as you want, but you can't be in there concurrently.
Because I feel like, look up North Carolina or Wilmington specifically, but I think it was like, it's just the same one. You know what I mean? It's just the same guy always. And
God, it's like Faso
or
or
like
Ted.
a
It's
family
like Ted
name.
Lasso is his name. It's something like that.
Actually, the current mayor is Mike Przicki, some Polish guy.
oh, Przicki.
right now, of Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yeah, he's on his second 4-year term, but he will
Okay.
not be running for re-election in 2024.
Okay.
So I don't know that they have term limits. Every city's different. It's like a state. Like they make their own laws.
What do you
Right,
what
and
do you
if
make
it's-
as mayor of Wilmington? What's the dollar amount there? It'll be on there for sure.
I think we looked up Carolina.
Up to 90.
Oh shit!
That's a lot.
Damn, dude. I can go out and make some speeches. You know? Yeah. You want
Okay.
to be my first lady, Japes?
Sure.
Or do you want me to be your first gentleman?
Yeah, I think
you wanna do
I
it?
should be the
You wanna do it?
mayor.
I'll be your first gentleman.
No.
I'll be your first gentleman.
I'm a better sidekick than I am mayor. Do you know what I mean? Mayor.
Do you know
And
that's
I
a-
would want to be called sidekick, not first lady.
Okay, because I was going to say, do you know that's what they call the dudes, right? I was unaware of that.
Yeah.
First gentleman. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, we're doing that, huh? Okay.
Yes.
I thought it was like a Veep thing.
Well, it is, but you know,
No, I
is-
mean,
it's real.
Well, all of it turned out to be real in real life,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
She's just as dumb as her. So,
Right.
yeah, all of it's real. But yeah, they go by first gentleman. And there was another one recently from, I think it was Hawkle in New York.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about the first gentleman and everything. I was like, oh, man, all right.
Okay.
You know, just a thought.
Yeah, I mean, I know you like the title,
Mixing
but
it
I
up.
don't think you'd like the job, you know?
You know, if it's only for 2 years, like, who really cares? And you would have access to everything land-wise. That's the thing that I look at with all these positions where you're like, dude, just the access to information. Or like, wait, where are you building? What's there? What are the mineral rights like?
Right, I don't know if you can use that to your...
Oh, no. You are sorely mistaken. They are doing it right now. Dan Crenshaw? Shit. That motherfucker's, what, number 4, I think? All time. Like, he's over, I don't know, $10 million made in the stock market and all that shit. It's nuts, dude. Yeah, you get all the things. And then he even came out, somebody asked him about it. He goes, why would you do this job if you couldn't take advantage of, other things? It's not like it pays that great. It sure does pay great.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Fuck it. That job pays, I think, $225.
Oh my
and all your
God.
shit's expensed. So, like, flights, first class, hotels, security, all that other stuff. Like, yeah, dude.
Jeez.
And he's like, oh, that's not good enough for me. I definitely need those stock tips.
Guys, you know how it is out here, right? Making under $300,000.
Oh, completely fucking out of touch.
Wow.
All the way around. But, man, dude. Man, it would be a fun, hilarious
Mayor
little gig.
Patterson.
Mayor Patterson.
Or would
Just
you want
to
him
say,
Would you want him to call you Mayor Ross?
No, Mayor Patterson. Okay. I want it to be professional. Like, I make my kids call me Coach Ross. I don't call, you know what I'm saying? I don't make them say Coach Patterson.
Okay.
But definitely for strangers and people who don't know, yes, I want them to respect me, the position, and my power.
Got it.
So yeah, that's going to be Mayor Patterson on this one. Same with doctor. If Ohio State ever gives me a doctorate degree, you're definitely calling me Dr. Patterson.
All the time, or
everyone? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's definitely doing that forever.
Okay.
And I'll have earned it.
Yeah.
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 But there's kind of like a weird checklist of all the weird things you can do in life,
Yeah.
I look at those dudes from Dude Perfect, because the videos are always on and they've always got the guy out there with the world's longest records and the Guinness Book of World Records and everything. They own like 80 of them, I think, now, or something crazy.
Sure.
Of what? The records? Yeah.
Longest basketball shot
yeah.
and all that other stuff.
Nobody cares.
About those records?
No.
Yeah, they sure do. They sure do.
They're just funny.
You know who's done everything in life?
Who?
Shaq.
So Shaq has, I thought about this. Shaq has, you know who else, surprisingly? Bob, look up Clint Eastwood. I believe he was mayor of Carmel for like 8 years.
Oh,
He
I mean,
was.
right now, the mayor of Knoxville is Kane.
Kane?
Who?
Yeah, the wrestler.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Is that real?
He's the mayor of Knoxville.
That's great. I love Knoxville.
From parts unknown.
Oh, I love Knoxville too. That's a fun town. That's where University of Tennessee is. Hard to have seltzers and Total Wine there. Here he is. Yeah. No fucking way. He's the mayor now? Oh, that's great,
That's
dude.
Awesome.
That's pretty sweet.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You got to be a showman.
If you care about your community,
You gotta be
you do a
aggressive.
couple years and you get out of there. Speaking of Clint Eastwood, I told this story during the strike, how pissed off he was and bitter because he couldn't make a movie.
Right.
And he's like 92 years old. And
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, dude, this is bullshit. Like, I want to make a movie. I could die tomorrow. I got one foot in the fucking grave. Can you let me just keep making movies? Or I'm going to die. The first movie, boom, out of the strike is his. It's his. He's directing it.
Okay.
It's called Juror 9, and it's like a thriller, I guess, but he got like fucking everybody to sign on to this, like Tony Colletti, a bunch of like Oscar winners and all this shit. So he's going for it. Quick update on Clint, dude. He wants one more before he fucking kicks out,
He can do it.
I think he can. It's just so 92. How do you do it?
Ask Jimmy.
Yep.
He could take a page out of Jimmy's book.
Oh,
Yep.
boy, Jimmy's not
Get
doing
Jimmy
well,
on
guys.
set, dude.
Luff Balloons isn't doing well over there, guys. We can't do that.
Compared to when? Yeah, it seems like
I
he's
know.
just like fucking cruising right now.
Sames.
I guess, but like,
Samesies.
gosh, in your 90s, how are you making movies like that? It's a toll. I know he only shoots 8 hours a day, but still, it's a toll.
It keeps him
man.
alive.
I agree. I just mentally, are you, do you still hope to have it at 92?
Some people do. I mean, it's rare, but some people do.
Yeah, we were just talking about whatever Norman Lear the other day. That guy was like on podcast like 3 days
I
before he died.
I know, but he's a rarity, guys. Like usually it's not like that. I guess Betty White too. She was pretty with it all the way till the end.
Right.
The only person I've ever met in real life that actually made it to 90s in our family was actually your grandmother.
Mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old was she?
Yeah, she was 90. Well, 92.
92?
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandpa was fully with it at 94.
Was he really?
Yeah, 100%.
So oddly enough, so my grandparents and my great grandparents, who were maybe it was because of the war, who knows? One was in World War I, one was in World War II. They all lived to be 88 years old, all 4 of them.
88.
Mm-hmm. So, 90s. I've never like you're the only person I met.
That's when you can probably ballpark yourself, though. All 3 out of my 4 made it to the 90s, and the one that didn't fell down.
Okay, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have a grandfather still alive.
What?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know this?
Shit.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But he's like, the old school union guy, racist, fucking won't take any fucking medication, like
Keeps
doesn't
alive.
trust doctors, right? The anger kind of keeps you alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like refuses to let anybody help him with anything, wants to fucking, so.
You know who dies? Happy people.
It's so true.
Right.
Yeah.
They're just like,
Oh, yeah, because if you just relax into anything, boom, done.
not
You
getting
know
up
what I
off that
mean?
couch,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to, you need some kind of rage or purpose or something.
Yeah.
After 80, I would recommend sleeping like a horse, actually. Just standing up.
Just standing up.
Standing up, yeah.
Because you never know, bro.
Because the other reverse of it is Matthew Perry, who we talked about a few weeks ago. There is a cause of death now, and it's ketamine. And when you don't have anything to do
Right.
all day long and you're that rich, doing ketamine and sitting in a hot tub sounds pretty fucking fun. But you got to have something. You got to have a wife or kids or something around you or something like that, or else you could K-hole and then fall right into the jacuzzi and die.
He did have an assistant, but he decided to send him away.
Well, the assistant ran an errand, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'll just do a quick toot and then go and sit in the water there." Now, some other stories are coming out about him, and I'll kind of briefly go through them here.
Oh, okay.
These are unconfirmed, so take them with a grain of salt if you want here. But it says here that he never ever really got clean, and it was all bullshit for the press and everything else. So they said, sources say, whoever the fuck they are, if you believe in them, that this was all kind of a facade anyways, and he was in shambles for the Friends reunion, and then,
Well, we know that, but he admitted to not being clean at that point.
Right.
He didn't have, a bunch of years sober, but I think, or it seemed, when the book came out or, when he finally put it out, it seemed like he was clean then.
And
at that point is when he set up all the sober foundations or things, put those things in place. But I guess it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going through it right now, and the tough one about ketamine is this. So there's a lot of doctors that are coming out saying, no, it's not the fucking ketamine, it's not the ketamine. It's it depends on how much ketamine you did.
So I guess the amount that you would do to for anesthesia style is around 6,000 milligrams or whatever whatever the units are that they use, and he had 3,500. So he had half the amount of, well, it's still a very large number, because at 6, you're out, down for the count, surgery style. So he had quite a bit.
Yeah.
And everyone knows you're not supposed to go. Don't go into water. You never know if you're going to just
K-hole. Yeah. So I'm reading here. So there is a doctor who said he's the author of the Ketamine Papers, Science, Therapy, and Transformation. Check that out if you want. He claims that Perry took a very large amount of ketamine before he got in. Yeah. And he goes, he really did himself in. He must have taken a large amount. You don't do ketamine and go swimming or go into a pool of any sort. So I agree with that.
I don't know what the measurements are. Just kind of measured in lines or bumps. I know the other thing came in circles, like tablets. But they tell you, hey, don't put it in for a certain amount of time and everything else. It's a hard drug to administer to yourself and know if you're taking the right amount.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
They do use this in therapy for veterans, PTSD, and there's a ton of clinics in Austin that offer it. You can walk in. We used to have one on Drinking Bros where you could just buy it and then talk to the person online, and they would send it to you. So
he was doing that, but either liked it or felt like he didn't need to go to the office and do it under therapy. He felt like he could maybe do it himself. And there's clips of him in interviews talking about ketamine a while ago. So he knew about it.
Yeah.
He said, I just don't really like it. It just kicks my ass. Like, a little is fine. A lot is whatever it is.
Says it kicks my ass.
He was like, it was like hitting with the bat. The bat's too big. It was some kind of weird analogy that he used where he knew about it. He knows how much to take. He knew this isn't like what?
Yeah, Oh, I know how much to take.
Yeah.
And by the way, you know what this reminds me of immediately is our fucking guest the other day, Gary Faust, who said he was 29, was doing a fuck ton of ketamine. I don't know if he was doing ketamine that night, but he was like, yeah, I went out to my truck. I guess I had a heart attack and just woke up an hour later in my truck and then went back and kept drinking beer. Probably what happened to Perry, right? He was sitting in his hot tub, had that same thing that Gary had, but he slipped underwater and...
Yeah, because they first said heart attack, right? And then they were like, yeah, he has heart condition, whatever. The two things that he was on was large amounts of ketamine and then almost like a methadone. Do you know what I mean?
Something fun.
It was to treat opioid dependency, but not in a way that messes you up. It was a drug I had never heard before, but that's what it was for. I know what it is. Yeah. It wasn't methadone, but that kind of deal.
And here's what else the doctor said, and it's very similar to what Bob just said. He says, what I really foresee happen with him is, it does kind of put you in a trance-like state, this ketamine. So probably he was in the hot tub, he was in the trance-like state, slipped under the water and drowned. And he said, so the ketamine in and of itself, it doesn't stop your breathing, but it can keep you from waking up if you're submerged.
Right.
He was being treated for it at a clinic.
Yes.
This was not at the clinic, and the doctor said he hadn't been in over a week. Right. So he clearly had some, took it home, and was doing it. Mm-hmm. And then you're doing rails off of it, which is dangerous here and not fun. Bob, I sent you this video. Yeah, you just had it up via the thing here.
Yeah.
There's dangerous things in the world.
Sure.
Okay, ketamine in a hot tub, all that other stuff. That's dangerous. You don't know what is going to happen. You and I had showed a video on this show a while back about a kid who put the phone up on one of those buildings and was doing some pull-ups.
And then fell.
Yep. Arms gave out and he couldn't do it. And all these people, and it gives me, my palms are already sweaty talking about it. I hate this type of shit. Somebody sent me this in and was like, hey, dude, how fucking crazy is this shit? I don't feel bad for people if they die doing this. This guy, watch this shit. I want to get away from this. I want people to stop doing it.
Russian roulette.
This should be against the law. Or
are we going to show us?
It is against the law. He's not abiding by the law.
You think
right
this
now.
is what?
This is the dumbest shit of all time.
Yeah, it is dumb, but it's also illegal.
Yeah, he's trespassing all that shit.
All of it.
Yeah, there's laws in place. He's just flouting them.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, not against the law of for this dude, find him and then put him in prison after this.
They could, if they wanted to. They could issue a warrant for this. This doesn't even look like it's in America, but
play this here real quick here. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck this is. It's chalking up, dude.
Certainly not America.
Look at how high up he is, and he's chalking up.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yep. Oh, I hate even watching this shit, dude.
Nice.
Oh, why? Oh!
No.
And he's eating a fucking banana.
Because he's a silly monkey.
Come on, man!
Oh, does he live?
Yeah, he lives.
Oh.
He lives.
Oh, he doesn't
Fuck.
fall.
He doesn't. We can't show it on YouTube. I couldn't show somebody dying on YouTube.
Nice.
I thought that was the last one that we showed with the thing and the arms.
The guy
It was.
died,
We
for
did.
sure.
We did on Patreon, right? So I thought.
Jesse's also showed somebody die on YouTube.
So have you.
Yeah. Jesse has fucking shown a murder live on YouTube.
I did. Oh!
All right. So, Bob, indulge me if you will. Go over to Steve-O's page. I don't know why this shit is still kind of popping back up, but on Steve-O's Instagram, he was like, "Oh man, this is my buddy. He's so fucking awesome, and you should give him a follow or something." And I'm like, it's the same type of shit where you're like, there it is right there. Why are we encouraging this? Oh! Yep. Why? Why are we encouraging this?
Parkour, baby.
Fuck that.
Parkour.
Find some meaning in your life, dude. What the fuck?
You know who does have meaning in their life?
Who?
Joel, because he just sent this meme over.
What?
Let's see it, Joel. Have we seen it?
That's New York, baby.
Oh, boy. We'll use that on Drinking Bros.
Yeah. Hey.
Sorry about it.
That's New York, baby.
Welcome.
Welcome to New York. Could be 9/11. Could be you getting the pizza.
That's the beauty. Bring us back to old New York, 2001.
Yeah, we
Like,
could be going to Ray's Original. 9/11.
grab a slice.
Gagoosh.
Gagoosh in the douche.
Douche. James. Damn it, man. I still get clammy hams from watching that shit.
I did
can't do
not
it.
know what was going to happen because, as Delco said, like, we show murder on this show.
We do. Do you guys have Crime Corner
On
today?
accident.
Do you have a Crime Corner today?
We do.
Do you really?
Yeah.
All right. Crime Corner.
Crime Corner. This is the wrong holiday, but I think it all works, right?
Yeah.
Accused serial killer allegedly murdered 4 people, luring them into the woods with the promise of gold. Like a leper hunt. Look at his hat.
Hang on.
Look at his hat.
Oh, no,
Hang
the murderer
on.
is the guy on the left.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, the guy that got lured, obviously.
So
I believe he used to work for us, the guy on the left.
That's
Yeah.
Sean right there.
Yeah,
that's like our fucking former editor.
How did they get lured, right? So, Richard Bradley. So that's the
Dick Bradley.
alleged serial killer.
Yeah.
Which one on the
On the
left?
left.
Yeah. The one that
Oh,
looks like
fuck.
a serial killer.
No, the one in the middle looks like a serial killer.
No, he
You gonna
looks-
blast this full of what, Holmes?
No, there's no
You just quoted a businessman.
Yeah.
right.
He does it. If he has to blast a fool, that's for business.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you're
Yeah,
right.
for
That was
pleasure.
stupid. That's
There's
stupid.
not many Mexican serial killers.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
gonna say that.
They're
Or
religious.
Spanish.
They're
Or
religious.
anyone that's not white.
It's very true.
Yeah.
We really have cornered that market.
It's a white market.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, allegedly lured 4 people into the woods with the promise of a gold treasure, only to murder them and leave their bodies to rot. So what was the point, Bob? Like, what was he? He just
goal?
wanted to kill?
He had some shady business dealings. I believe the guy in the middle was a drug dealer.
No. You stop right now. How dare you? Go ahead.
Yeah. He lured him into the woods and was like, "Hey, man, I think there's some gold buried out here. Like, we can get this shit." And then he just beat him to death. The girl, I think, was like a girlfriend or something. And he was like, "Yo, me and this other guy, we're going to go find this gold. But he's just gone now. I don't know where. And but do you want to go find this gold?"
Do you want to now go find gold?
And she was like, "I guess." And then he killed her out there. And then 2 other people too. I guess he just kept being like, "Hey,
It was working, right?
if it ain't broke."
Keep luring people out with gold treasure.
Why gold? Like, gold isn't the first thing that would get you anymore, where you're like, hey, come on out to the woods for some gold. It seems very 1800s.
It just seems like, I don't never want to victim blame.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
We don't. Yeah.
I don't think it's optimal to follow a man into the woods on promises of gold.
Me neither. All right, few questions for you guys, if you don't mind.
Yeah, just one thing. As soon as he sent this to me, I was like, real life leprechaun, right? Because isn't that like in a way, sort of like, oh, me come see me pot of gold.
It would have to be,
but
this would have to be dwarfism or a midget or something like that. He's neither. So like, I would have been like, you're not a leprechaun. You're not.
Oh.
You're above 3'8". Like
Oh, you're saying he wouldn't have fooled you?
He wouldn't have fallen for it.
No,
unless he was
a fucking dwarf or a tiny.
Okay, that's not what I was saying. But go ahead.
What?
Yeah.
I would have said no. You don't have gold. You fake midget.
I don't believe you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're over
too tall.
4'11".
Yeah.
If you were under, I would follow you into what?
You're 5'9", bro. Like no, shrink
okay,
yourself down.
What are
right,
your questions?
Here's my questions for the two of you guys, okay? Mm-hmm. Bob, go ahead and show that picture for the audience one more time here.
Sure.
Okay. Do we feel bad that we lost a Cowboys fan who looks like that?
Yeah, you didn't need to even finish looks like that.
Yeah, I mean...
I could have just left it at Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
You know, I think as far as like survival of the fittest and weeding the pet, whatever it may be. Yeah, I mean, if you will follow someone into the woods again, if they're not a midget, because if they are, or a little person, as you're saying,
I'm gone.
Totally, yes,
I'm
like
gone.
that's fully justified. But if they are, like you said, 5'9", white guy, no accent, to follow him in. I hear what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to expand on it, but like I hear what you're saying.
I follow midgets for gold that are leprechauns. I would not follow.
No, I hear what you're saying about
dick into the woods.
I hear what you're saying about the people.
Midgets
that followed him.
That they are foolish.
Yes,
you don't feel bad for them. Blah 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 blah. I get it.
Okay.
I hear you.
Well, hang on. So here's where I do kind of feel bad for her.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much the gold played a part because he was really the one. I mean, let me double check on this, but
the girl seems normal. This seems like a wrong place, wrong time type of sitch here, and I don't know that she deserved to die. I'm having a hard time with that. Was that his girlfriend?
That is the Cowboys fan's girlfriend.
It is. God, I'm always surprised when they can get a girlfriend.
So
sorry, it's him that's throwing me off on this.
So he got the first guy in terms of the gold. In terms of like, they were like, he's like, hey man, there's gold in the woods. He showed up to their house. He's like, hey man, there's gold in the woods. You gotta go get it.
Yeah.
And they were like, that doesn't sound real. But he convinced him, and he's like, you're the only one I could trust. And so the two left together to go get the gold with, I assume, shovels, but also a pound of heroin and $15,000 in cash.
Oh, that was with him.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Why did you need to take that to get gold?
I think
if you're gone for a while?
If you're gone for a while, you're going to need some heroin and
that much cash.
You don't know. You don't know when hunger's going to strike. You know. Mm-hmm. I don't mind stealing real. Well, like, I'm going hungry out there. I'm going to need some fucking cash.
Yeah.
And the guy that I followed in there isn't a midget, so he doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, you're going to need a lot of help out there. So this is a drug deal gone bad then, essentially.
No, he did. Well, he was straight up like, hey, let's go find this gold. And the guy was like, okay, fine, I guess. I don't really believe you, but you've talked me into it. Yeah.
And she was just the innocent girlfriend who was like, all right, well, I love heroin. I love gold. I love cash. I'll go. I've got nothing to do today.
Yeah.
Kind of like those pro-Palestine protesters in New York last night for Alec Baldwin. Nothing to do, I guess.
And by the way, the face he's making in this mugshot, like it just looks like he's laughing, like kind of chuckling himself, responding to the question, did you tell them there was gold? And he's like, yeah. I told them there was gold.
Yeah. And they fucking
did
went.
it.
Yeah. Hey, did they think you were a real midget? I guess, man.
I don't know
it's
what
weird
they thought.
Are you taking this pic? Go ahead. Sorry, man. Go ahead. Take the pic. Yeah. And then he kind of moved on with his life there. R.I.P. to the two of them, but yeah, maybe not go to the forest for gold.
Yeah.
I almost hate saying that. You know?
I know.
You do want
we
people...
live in a world?
You want there to be magic.
Yes.
You know, where you can't go into the woods for gold?
You can't believe in a pot of gold for everyone here?
I know. It's sad, isn't it?
Oh, fuck. Oh, no way, dude. There's no way this just pop up. Bob, go to TMZ real quick. Holy shit. Sometimes life gives you these gifts where you're like, there's no way that's real.
What?
Go to, yes, top story. Boom.
Oh.
Jesse Smollett reading Matthew Perry's memoir amid rehab stint. Come on, dude. Perry's helping people, baby.
Right.
In the afterlife.
Yeah.
Shit. Damn it, man. I heard it's really good.
Yeah.
I heard the book is good, by the way.
Yes.
And everybody's going to be reading over the holidays.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. It's good.
Does he read it? Does he do the audiobook?
I don't know.
Well, check it out on Amazon. If he reads the audiobook, I'm in. I
think he
We've
must.
had like 3
With
friends who are like, hey, it's really good.
Yeah, with those, I think they must.
You have to, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to at that point. If you go to Amazon and type in audiobook for Matthew Perry's book, Bob, it'll usually give you an excerpt. I know all of mine, there's like they choose like a 2-minute excerpt or some bullshit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. If it is, then that's where I'm going with this over the holidays. Mm-hmm. I'm going to listen to Matthew Perry's audiobook for the holidays.
Audio.
Yeah,
Him reading it?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Here it is.
Okay, yeah. Play it real quick.
By this point, I knew more about drug addiction and alcoholism than any of the coaches and most of the doctors I encountered at these facilities.
Is he drunk right now?
Go ahead and press
self-knowledge
play. Pause. No, I can't do that.
No.
Who let him read the book that fucked up? I mean, that was 10 seconds. Play it again.
I mean, you could immediately tell.
Immediately. Play the rest of this.
If the golden ticket to sobriety involved hard work and learned information, this beast would be nothing but a faint, unpleasant memory. To simply stay alive, I turned myself into a professional patient. Let's not sugarcoat it. At 49, I was still afraid to be alone. Left alone, my crazy brain, crazy only in this area, by the way, would find some excuse to do the unthinkable. Drink and drugs. In the face of decades of my life having been ruined by this, I'm terrified of doing it again.
Okay.
I have no fear of talking in front of 20,000 people. But put me alone on my couch in front of the TV for the night, and I get scared.
He sounds like talking to a doorman.
And that fear is of my own mind.
I'm fine.
Fear of my own thoughts.
I'm
fear that my mind will urge
just one more
me to turn
drink.
to drugs.
One more drink. I live super close. I'm not driving. Just one more drink.
So I was,
fuck.
but I do think reading it.
Yes, I would rather read it.
Yeah.
I would rather read it.
So I've heard.
Who fucking? I mean, with AI, did no one say to him like, "Hey, dude, we gotta shore this up AI wise. We gotta do this shit." That doesn't make any sense to me, man. Unless they wanted, no, he would have had to sign off on it, right?
Of what?
Or maybe not. No, you don't. You don't really hear the finished product.
I mean, look, at the end, he's just sounded like that. Even in like the interviews, or press he was doing for his book, where he looked clear and didn't seem like fucked up at all. Like that's how he sounded. And I don't know if it was some kind of the years, sneaking up on him of doing everything, or I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know, but it did sound like an aunt that definitely does pills, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, hon.
Hey.
How are you doing?
It sounds like a low baby voice.
Yeah,
to go to sleep. Shit.
Yeah,
I
well.
didn't need to know that. All right, I'm skipping the audiobook. I'll read the hard copy.
is.
I like reading a hardback book anyway, so damn it, man.
Sure. With all the time we have, why not?
Right? I know.
That's why I have to do audio. Because I'm like, I have to be able to still fucking walk around the house or do something or whatever. Yeah. Drive.
Shit.
Shall we?
I didn't need to know that.
Can we show a little, a quick nature note?
We can do whatever we want today. It's our fucking world, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah, you did it. You look like you're on like Squid
I was
Games
in between.
class.
I was in between.
Squid Games class.
I was in
is what you
between there.
look
I
like.
almost beefed it.
Yeah, man.
Full disclosure, I almost beefed it.
Well, you did it. You made the right choice.
I did. I didn't fall off the scaffolding from
Yeah.
fucking 30 miles in the air.
This one's a quick one. There's no real story.
Well, the story is, you know how Chinese street
Measers?
performers get their monkeys to perform?
No, the meth.
How?
I guess they use knives.
Really?
Oh, to like scare them and
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah.
I heard it was drugs.
Here's a video of that.
Okay.
Just somebody using a...
Oh, and oh shit, he's smacking that monkey, dude.
Monkey's not taking it today. It's fucking Monday. He's not here for
Yeah.
that shit.
Oh shit, he's
Smacking it
punching
back,
him.
it's
So here
kind
we go.
of
Gotta get the
harder
knife.
and-
You gotta get the knife out.
Sorry.
Hear that?
That's going
It's knife
on.
sounds. Oh, yeah. He knows to lay down. That's the knife.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Looks like it's
Comes another monkey
part
friend. Fuck
of-
you.
Oh.
Oh, does he have a knife?
He has the knife. He picked up the knife.
Oh, the monkey has the knife.
Yeah.
And he's...
Oh my god. Oh, and he's lightly tapping him. Does this get worse, Bob?
We'll find out.
Listen.
Oh no, is he gonna fucking chuck it at this dude?
Now who's in
Oh
charge?
no, the monkey's
Oh.
slapping him in the face.
Now who's in
now,
charge?
now both of them.
Bobo's got the
Yeah.
knife.
All
now who's in
three of
charge?
them.
Bobo's got. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't have the knife? You can't fucking scare me, bitch.
Look at that, dude.
This is Planet of the Apes right here.
Fuck
Oh,
yes,
now
it
the-
Oh,
is.
now
the
I've
knife.
got the knife.
Look at this! Look at this piece of shit. He gave it back.
Oh, Stockholm.
Traitor.
Yeah.
Traitor.
He's
Oh.
Get the knife now, old man.
Is this, the show? Is this the show?
Oh shit!
Oh.
Now they're all coming after him. Yes, dude.
I think this guy is dead now.
I think so
He has
too.
to
Do we
be.
have confirmation if he's still alive?
I have no confirmation. I think the monkeys probably rose up. This happens a lot, by the way.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
another
this one's a good one. This one is, like, for real, though.
Fuck, dude. I didn't
He
know
got
this
his
shit.
cleaver.
He got it.
He's furious.
Wow.
It looks like they're kind of doing this as their show, though.
Can we be honest here, guys?
Huh.
Like with each other?
Sure.
This isn't that much below us right now.
Of what?
We're just a fucking step above this.
Above the monkeys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is it, right?
Gotta take the knife.
Oh, okay.
But the
I know people dumber than these fucking monkeys, dude. For real, in real life.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, we're this close mentally, but we're this far ahead of the monkeys.
I'm just especially shocked that there was a monkey with Stockholm syndrome. That was like, here, sorry, he took the knife.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's that happens every day. In all these stories that we talk about.
That we're all okay.
We
all
talk
little
about
monkeys
this all the time.
Giving the knife back? Is that what you're saying?
Do you know how much fucking crazy shit I watch with Jesse for these Crime Corner shows? And I love it. And you guys do a very good job at it because some of it is so fucked up that I can't believe you're actually able to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that. The girl in the box, Joel, and your wife and that whole bullshit. Is she here? Yeah. She's in town?
She's
okay,
coming
I saw her on
tomorrow.
Instagram. We'll get her on air tomorrow night. That whole bullshit, man, has still haunted me forever.
Yeah.
And that was another case of Stockholm where homegirl was just shopping in the town. And then, hey, I'm going back to my captor's house and I'm going to get back into that box and live underneath the bed for another 16 hours.
And then
what the
even when she escaped, was calling him from her house with her
Writing
family.
letters.
Safe. Yeah.
Saying, I love you, I miss you, what's going on? Why is this happening? This is the monkey shit, dude.
Yeah.
We're not that far above them. And I think that's the biggest issue. We think we are, and we're not.
Right.
There's just a handful of people that probably are.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of us, if you shave that monkey right there, Bob, go down to that big one right there. You don't have to play it or anything. Just show it on screen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you put a Dickies shirt on that fucker and some jeans from Walmart,
Sure.
some Wranglers, it's like one of our fucking dumbest buddies just rolling in at the end. If you shaved him up, it'd be like, hey, dude, this is what it is. What's he going to do all night? Well, he's going to eat, he's going to drink, and then he might grab a fucking knife, dude. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Well, then what's going to happen at the end of the night? Where he's going to sleep here, and he's not going to cause that much trouble. But you know, that's kind of what it is. We're just a hair above them right now. And you can kind of see where it all led, right? The monkeys had a fucking uprising and a revolution. They definitely killed that old Chinaman from the first video. He's gone.
Yeah.
He is gone.
They're heroes of
They
the town.
tore his face off, right? And probably ate part of it.
Yeah.
Ate his lips
Yeah.
and his heart.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. So when I watch this shit, I'm like, yeah, dude, we're right there. We're just above them right now.
We're all show monkeys with knives to our necks.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're this close to fucking just tapping it up, you know? Just a little tappy there.
Right.
And that noise too of that ting on the sidewalk like that. That's some Benihana shit there, dude. That's that Benihana sound.
Like,
ting, ting,
listen
ting.
up.
So you're
Listen
like,
up.
all right. I'll eat the fried rice. Yeah, you're going to give me three free shrimp, but I also ordered the Rocky special. I'm going to get more shrimp and then the chicken and the steak. You know that, right? Oh, yeah, I got you. Ting, ting, ting.
Ting, ting, ting.
You're just, can I have more of the teriyaki sauce? Matt, ting, ting, ting.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Waitress comes over with a fish bowl. You're all fucking distracted.
Ting, ting, ting.
Ting, 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 ting. And you're just like, oh, fuck. We're the monkeys, dude.
Right.
We're the fucking monkeys.
Right.
Just a little bit above them. Because then you go back to earlier, the crime corner. Those two fucking monkeys are dead because they thought a leprechaun was real.
Yep.
So, sorry about it. But you got to check that height. I would walk outside with a rule. I know Holloway is always saying, oh, you got to get a gun. You got to stay protected. Get a fucking measuring stick first.
A tape measure,
Just a tape measure first.
Yes.
So that way you can save yourself from people pretending to be leprechauns, luring you into the forest to murder you for gold that doesn't exist.
Step one. Do you know what I mean? Step one.
Step one, tape measure. Then go find a firearm.
Right. Then you move on to the next threat, whatever that monkeys.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Knife. Yeah. Get a fucking knife.
Get your own knife. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I hear you. Just going through, taking off all the boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're a step above it. All right, kids, we're up to $7,581 here for Lopez.
All right.
That's it. We're getting. Hey, we should achieve this tomorrow night. Go to Rav for Lopez here, and that is our Christmas special here. We're super fucking close. Donate here, and then live. Join all of us. We'll all be here tomorrow night. The whole family, friends, all that shit. I got to check on Texas here. Let's check the. No, didn't get an email from that guy, and he's going to hear a mouthful from me. I'm supposed to pick up the new flavors of Hard AF Seltzer here in Texas today.
Oh.
This afternoon, and if he doesn't hit me back, well, then that show's going to be about him tomorrow night. So,
a classique, right?
Oh, man, dude. It's the rage inside of me.
It's the most
wonderful time of the year. Unless you're a small business owner.
Right.
Then every day you feel like you're right on the edge there, you know? You just want to hang on to that thing and eat that banana.
You spend more for marketing and small business Saturday than you make in any of the few orders that
I can't
come
fully
on.
wait to embrace the non-working culture of Europe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that a thing? Is that what we're...
Oh, yes. Delco's going to, Portugal?
Yeah, the homeland.
The homeland.
Yeah, when do you leave?
He's
Christmas
going over
Eve.
the holidays.
Christmas Eve? No shit. Tell everybody where you're going and all that stuff. That sounds fun. I've never
Lisbon
been there.
and Porto, so if you're for some reason there, I guess hit me up.
I've always wanted to go there. Jesse said nay to Spain and Portugal.
No,
but I
want
to go.
Nay.
You said you would rather go other places first. I have those all on my list.
It just feels like because we haven't gone to any of them that I probably should choose the best one.
Well, I've been to France.
I'll report back.
I've been to France.
Yes.
You should go. It's nice.
It's also just an easy flight for my dad. So from Philly right to Lisbon.
Is it nonstop?
Right.
It's a direct from Philly, yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Shit. All right.
Yeah.
So
you guys boozing up there?
Of course. We're going to be hitting all the vineyards.
Dude.
Yeah, that's nice.
Dude.
International flight?
Do love a Spanish wine.
Is it an international flight where you all get the shit, the fold-out things?
Yes.
Does he know that? Do you know that?
I think those are when you're going to Dubai.
No. You never know. I rode one from L.A. to Miami once on accident, and American was like, "Some of the planes we have is the international ones." I was like, "Oh, I was like, these international ones are nice. You can sit anywhere you want in this fucking thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like every seat is first class.
It is, yeah. So check it out when you get there. Who are you flying, American or Delta?
I think American. At least American to Philly because it's the only direct from Austin.
Yeah, I'm almost positive it was American that did that. I'm almost positive. But either way, Portugal's a fucking blast. What are you doing, Bob?
Fucking nothing.
Fucking nothing.
Are you here? Are you in Austin, Texas?
Yeah, I'll be at home the whole fucking time, man. I'm not doing shit.
Nice.
Have some in-laws, stopping by at different points. But and then the Cotton Bowl. That's what I'm doing. The fucking Cotton Bowl.
The Cotton Bowl, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you about tickets after this. Bob was like, "Hey, can you give me a couple of tickets for my friends, for me and my buddy?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And then he hits me up. He's like, "Oh, I need 4," and I'm like, Bob, I don't know that can happen.
Wow.
Why?
I thought the tickets were
4's
cheap.
a lot.
It was
4. It wasn't really.
It was 9.
Oh yeah. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
it has to be the odd numbers are the best.
Can you get a box?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sweet life.
Sweet.
So actually, as far as
that.
exactly, donate for Bob's
At
sweets.
Dan-Register on Venmo.
He handles my finances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boxes aren't bad there actually, but it's the food and drink that'll get you. That's what they don't tell you about the boxes, where they're like, oh hey,
oh,
and then you get that bill at the end of the night, and you're like, whoa, this is not what I anticipated.
Yeah, we got free box seats for Queens of the Stone Age from my sister from work, and had to pay for the food and the booze.
What did it run you? Just out of curiosity.
Food was like close to $500.
Yeah.
It was like $100 a bottle, which
Yep.
wasn't terrible.
It's not terrible, but it all adds up quickly, and then all of a sudden you're looking at a $1,500 to $1,700 tab, and you're like, oh shit.
See, that's the situation that's the type of situation where I'm just like, all right, I'm drinking like 6 huge beers tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Just like 6 fucking 40-ounce.
Oh, it's way cheaper to get a bottle though.
Really?
Yeah,
Would you get? Like,
$100
tequila,
for a
vodka or
bottle of vodka or tequila or whiskey. But then, like, if you got if you went down to the concessions and got the giant beers, it was like $20 a beer. So
Right.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. But we'll chat about it after this. It'll be fun for the holidays. Jesse and I are here until Christmas, and then the day after, going back to North Carolina, see some friends and family and all that stuff, and just kind of chill out.
Are we back Thursday?
Year.
I know. Aren't we here Thursday?
Thursday in studio here?
Yeah, for
Yes,
show.
of course. Yeah.
Meme review.
Yeah, we've got
but RPR.
yeah,
RPR.
RPR. We've got RPR, and then we've got DB as well, and then those are our last shows of the
Okay,
year.
it just sounded like you were doing like a last show.
No.
for YouTube.
Oh no.
And then we'll do the last show
Yeah, for
Thursday.
Patreon and all that other stuff. But so normal shows on Thursday. Over the break itself, we're going to be putting up some crime corners, some 1-stars from these guys. Some of the fun stuff we do on Patreon. We'll do that for the audio listeners on the Ross Patterson Revolution feed. So that way, in case you are working over the holidays, I know there is people out there, and they're always like every year. We get the same comments of like, you can't leave us. We have nothing. We'll pop some things out, including Drinking Bros. I'm gonna look through some of the other interviews and see if we can pop some up from the past that are fun that you might not have necessarily listened to. Try to find a citizen and an RPR, and we'll put those feeds out. So that way there will be content out there. In the meantime, thank you so much for donating to Lopez. Please come and see us if you are here tomorrow night in Austin, Texas. 6 p.m., J&L Barbecue, food, drinks, all that stuff is on us. If you donated to the fundraiser, we will let you take a case of seltzer home with you tomorrow night. And if we achieve the goal, you will be able to see the car live on air and Lopez in it. And we'll be able to drive away at the end of the show with it. Jared's going to be here. Dan's going to be here. Jesse's going to be here. Black Kevin's going to be here. They're trying to get Caleb Francis up. A bunch of people are coming in. So come into the studio, 9221 Highway 290 West, Austin, Texas, 78736. If you can't be here, just go to iTunes and rate the show a 5-star and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.